Now that the data export process has completed, we'll connect this exported data to Python interface. The process that will follow is, first, we'll import this data set in Python. We'll use Jupyter Notebooks for that. Then we'll do some data exploration and cleaning. Basically, have a first look at data, drop some columns that we feel are not required, and deal with null values. Then we'll do some feature engineering. Basically, make new columns, convert numerical to categorical if required, and split the add name into constituents. If you remember, we had kept the add name as add format hyphen add headline. So we will split that column into two new columns. After feature engineering is done, we'll get a clean database. Then we'll do a relationship visualization on that. Basically, we'll see the effect of various features on the performance metrics, and finally come the most important part of insights reporting. In insights reporting, we will derive some actionable pointers from the analysis we have done and what actions can be taken in campaign execution so that the campaign run in optimal state. So let us begin. The next step is data ingestion into Python, and for this we'll use Jupyter Notebooks. Come to the folder Facebook Data Analysis, and within that the first folder is targeting. Click on the targeting file. So the first step, as we have already discussed, would be to import the libraries. I do a shift enter. The second line of code is basically to convert my screen into a widescreen and use whole of the real estate so that I get better graphical output. Let's do that. So you see my screen has been converted into full width. The third step is to import the data into data variable. I'm importing the file fb underscore data underscore targeting dot csv. This was the file that was exported from my Facebook dashboard. Now that this file is loaded into the data variable, let us proceed with the data exploration and cleaning part. I use the data.head option to have a look at the first few rows of my data. So these are the first 5 rows and these are the various columns. I have campaign name, ad set name, ad name, result type, results, CTR, and so on. Let me do a data.shape to check how many rows and columns are there. So I have 31 rows and 15 columns in my data. The second step is to drop columns that are extra and are not required for our analysis. If you see, reporting starts and reporting ends are not required by us. So what we can do is we can drop these columns. Let me check again using data.head. Now you can see that reporting starts and ends have been dropped. Let me do a data.shape again. So now there are 31 rows and 13 columns in my data. The next step of data cleaning is to deal with null values. Let me do a data.isNull.sum and check how many null values are there in each column. So there are a few null values in results, result rate, cost per result. So these are the 3 columns. Now what could be the issue? You can see that these are the columns where no conversion happened. That is why the result is null. And since result rate and cost per result depend on result, so they are also null. We can use a 0 in place of nulls wherever a conversion did not happen. So we can replace the nulls in results and result rate with a 0. To do that, we use the fill any option. Now let us check again how many nulls are there. So results and result rate is sorted. The only column that is left with null values is cost per result. If you see the definition of cost per result, it means that how much money on an average you are spending to get one conversion. That formula would be total cost divided by total conversions. Since in this case conversion is 0, the denominator becomes 0 and the division becomes infinite. So in actual, this value cannot be determined. We keep the null values as null because we cannot determine them. Let me do a data.info and check the columns and the data types. So campaign name is an object, which is fine. Ad set name is an object, which is fine since it is a text. Same goes for ad name. Result type, results is an float. Yes, I want them to be float because it is a numerical column. CTR should also be a float since it's a percentage or a ratio. Result rate is a float, amount spent is a float, cost per result is a float, frequency again is a float, CPM is a float. Impressions is a int and clicks is an int. So all the columns seem to have the correct data type identified by Python. Let's move to the next segment, that is feature engineering. Feature engineering means to make new and better features from using the current available features. Let's see what all features we can make. If you notice, we don't have a cost per click column in the above data, so we can make one on our own. The definition of cost per click states that it is the ratio of cost divided by clicks. So I make a new column named CPC and I use the formula and I give them value. Let me check whether it has been added or not using the data.head option. So you can see that last column has been added named CPC and it is equal to the division of amount divided by clicks. We can also make buckets with respect to frequency. Initially, frequency is a number like 3.2, 2.7, 2.5. We can make buckets out of it and convert it into a categorical variable. Let me check now. So now you can see frequency has been divided into buckets. Basis this logic that if the value was between 1 to 2, it has been given a frequency less than 2. If it was between 2 to 3, it has been given a value 2 to 3. If it was greater than 3 and less than 4, it has been given a value of 3 to 4. So all my data has been sorted and frequency has been converted into buckets. The next feature engineering task we have to perform is to split ad name into ad format and ad headline. If you remember, before doing the data export, we had seen that we named our ad column as ad format hyphen ad headline. So this is our ad name. Image, that is ad format, hyphen partner with us today, that is the headline. Now we will split this column into two new columns, one with ad format, the other with ad headline. Let's see how to do that. First of all, let's rename the ad name to ad underscore name because for any function to be applied, we need a variable that has no space in between its name. So this is just a rename of the ad name column. Let me check in the data.head function. So you can see that add underscore name is a new column that has been added. It is an exact same replica of the add space name column. Now I apply the criteria of splitting these into two columns, that is add format and add headline. The criteria that I have given is that whenever you encounter a hyphen, you have to split this column. Let me do this. Now let me check the data.head. You can see that two new columns have been added, add format and add headline, and they have been segregated from this column. Now I don't need the add underscore name and add name column, so let me drop them and look at my data again. Now this looks much cleaner with two new columns of add format and add headline. Let me do a data.info and check the columns that I have. So these are the final columns that I will use. I save this data into a clean file so that I can use it if I want later on. I use data.tocsv option to export this into a clean file. So these are the features I will be using finally. You can read the definition of each one. This brings us to the end of connecting data to Python, wherein we had imported ads data, performed cleaning operations, and done feature engineering tasks. In the next video, we will start with relationship visualization and actionable insights.